Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final 2 episodes of NWA Power in 2026. After this, we will be moving into 2027 with the first 2 episodes of NWA Power. As we saw in the last episode in Into the Fire, Ortiz became the new #1 contender for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship as he defeated Dozer in a ladder match to win the American Dream Gauntlet. But he did not do this on his own, as it was officially revealed that he is now a part and the poster child for the regime. He did join Stephanie McMahon, Corey Graves and Kane to become the new figurehead of the regime. Speaking of the regime, we also saw Lexi Cabrera defeat Yuka Sakazaki to earn a shot at the regime's Kenzie Page. Stephanie McMahon did put the two women against each other to earn a shot at Kenzie, and Lexi Cabrera did come out the victor. But then our main event, we saw Chris Brooks manage to defeat Punishment Martinez one-on-one once again as clean as he can, finally ending the rivalry between the two men. But now he does have Ortiz and the regime to deal with, so we'll find out how he does this tonight in the final 2 episodes of NWA Power here in 2026. So we do open up the pre-show with our usual eye candy match as the team of Mark Over and Brandy Loren do defeat Brittany Blake and Promise Braxton in about 6.5 minutes when Brandy Loren pins Promise Braxton. Again, a really good 67 rated match and a good way to open the pre-show. But the main show opens with Stephanie McMahon and Kenzie Page. She also has Lexi Cabrera in her office. These are the 2 women that will face off for the NWA World Women's Championship. Stephanie McMahon announces that as Lexi Cabrera did beat Yuka Sakazaki at Into the Fire, she has earned this shot against Kenzie Page. She will get this shot at the first pay-per-view of 2027 as the NWA goes to Las Vegas for the first time in a very long time in the first pay-per-view of 2027, which is NWA The House Always Wins. So it will be Kenzie Page against Lexi Cabrera with the World Women's Championship on the line at The House Always Wins. We'll then open up the matches for this show as we're in a good 59 rated match. Alec Price, a former NWA World Tag Team Champion, defeats Taka Michinoku in just under 6 minutes. Again, Alec Price doing really well, getting a 74. Taka doing quite well, getting a 51, but being off his game. But a really good momentum builder for Alec Price here. We'll then go straight to another match as Mike Mondo manages to defeat Jack Cartwheel in 12 minutes, following interference, however, from Breeze. Yet it was a really good match. It was for the NWA World Television Championship, and Mike Mondo does make his 6th defense of that championship. Again, does get a 63, one of Mike Mondo's best matches. He outperforms Jack Cartwheel, getting a 55 compared to Cartwheel's 54, and it is a really good way to progress the storylines between Mondo and obviously Cartwheel and Gucci as well. And speaking of Gucci, they continue to beat down Cartwheel in the ring until the rest of the Southern Six, being Silas Mason and Alex Taylor, make the save. They clear Gucci from the ring and Alex Taylor grabs a microphone. He says that they have had enough of Gucci and they want to end the rivalry for good going into 2027. So they challenge them to one final match, a no DQ, no holds barred 6-man war, the same match that they defeated the Disciples of Sin in. And they want this match at NWA The House Always Wins. We'll then go backstage to see Spencer Slade and Bishop Dyer, the new NWA World Tag Team Champions. They say that as the new Tag Team Champions, they're going to be running the whole division for a very long time. Again, the last championship Bishop Dyer won, he held it for almost a year, and Spencer Slade is a former tag team champion in his own right. So these two definitely have the credentials to keep these championships for a while. We then go backstage once again to Mike Mondo. He's made it all the way backstage, back into the locker room with Edith Surreal. He says he's still waiting for Weather Hatfield to come back to the NWA. He says he's sick of beating up all these outsiders and he wants Weather Hatfield to come back so he can join his revolution. We then see Colton Gunn. He says he's going to be back in ring next week to continue his undefeated streak. So we'll find out who he's going to face next week, and if this undefeated streak will continue. We then go to a really good 66 rated match as Ortiz defeats Keith Lee in 9 minutes and 40 seconds by submission. Again, it is a decent match. Ortiz was off his game, getting a 68. Keith Lee getting a 47, but it is a good brawl here from these two and a good momentum builder from the American Dream Gauntlet winner. A video once again is shown of Masha Slamovich. She is being very cryptic with her messages, but she is coming back to the NWA in 2027, but she is not coming alone. So we don't know when she's going to be back. She says she'll be back at some point in 2027, but we do know she's not coming back on her own. We'll then go to the GM's office where Kane and Mark Henry are there. Dozer then storms into the office. He goes straight for Kane and says that he's going to lead the charge against the regime. He doesn't care who stands in his way. He's going to take them all down one by one. He doesn't care if he has to go through number 1, number 2, Ortiz, or anyone else that joins the regime. He is going to take them all out. And then we go to our main event of the evening, as in a decent 68 rated match, Chris Brooks does manage to defeat number 1, another member of the regime, of Ortiz's regime, in a decent match. Chris Brooks getting 81, number 1 gets a 51, but it is a decent match here. It goes about 14 minutes with a good 68 rating. But then Corey Graves, he comes out to the stage with Ortiz. He says that 2027 will be a new era for the NWA, and a new era needs a new strong champion. So at NWA, the house always wins. Ortiz will challenge Chris Brooks for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. So again, we have got quite a few matches set up for the house always wins already. We have got Kenzie Page against Lexi Cabrera. We've got the 6-man war between Gucci and the Southern Six. And we have now got Brooks against Ortiz for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. So this show does get a 70 rating, which is quite a good rating. Increase our popularity in 38 regions once again. But now I'll see you in the second taping of NWA Power. So this show opens up with our usual pre-show eye candy match in a 6-woman tag team match, as Markova, Brandi Loren and Kylie Page do defeat Carissa Rivera, Amy Rose and Brittany Blake when Brandi Loren submits Amy Rose. It is a decent 63 rated match, but now we'll move on to the main show. The main show opens up with Yuka Sakazaki and Lexi Cabrera backstage. Again, Yuka says that she has a huge amount of respect for Lexi Cabrera, and the best woman did in fact win at NWA Into the Fire, that being Lexi Cabrera. That's why at NWA The House Always Wins, Yuka Sakazaki will be ringside in Lexi Cabrera's corner to make sure the regime do not get involved, or the Queendom do not get involved, because Kenzie Page has had quite a bit of help from Stephanie McMahon, from Taylor Rising and Ashley D'Amboise. Yuka Sakazaki is going to make sure that Lexi Cabrera has a fair fight at NWA The House Always Wins. We'll then go to our first match of this second and final taping, as the Southern Six defeat the Diamonds in the Rough in about 7.5 minutes when Taylor submits BK Westbrook. And it is a good 49 rated match, a solid performance from everyone here. Silas Mason is off his game and his gimmick is getting stale, so that might be something we need to change quite soon, same as Mike Mondo, but it is a strong win here from the Southern Six. We'll then go backstage to see Gucci. They are talking directly to the Southern Six. They say that they better start a recruitment drive because at NWA The House Always Wins, they are bringing in 2 brand new members to Gucci. So the Southern Six are going to need to find 2 more of their own. So we'll have to wait and see who Gucci are bringing in. They may be here before NWA The House Always Wins, but they will make their official in-ring debuts at The House Always Wins in Las Vegas. We'll then go outside to a local bar with Bully Ray and the Hit Squad. If you recall, they did say they were having an open challenge here tonight for the NWA US Tag Team Champions, but again, they're not here. They decided to cancel this open challenge because they know that nobody in the NWA, either in or out of it, actually has the guts to answer them. They said they'll be back to beat somebody up very soon, whether that be in the next 2 episodes of NWA Power, or whether that be in Las Vegas, the home of depravity. Whether they'll beat someone up, whether that's in a match, or just in a parking lot brawl, or in a casino, or in a bar somewhere. they'll be back quite soon to cause as much devastation as they can. We'll then go backstage to the locker room as Kane storms in to find Dozer. He says that he is a lucky man that Kane is retired because he'd destroy him for putting his hands on him last week. But he's found an opponent for Dozer. For NWA, the house always wins. And he better bring his A game because it will be Dozer taking on Punishment Martinez. So we'll have to see whether or not Punishment Martinez is now a part of the regime. Again, we don't quite know that, but Kane has put him up to facing Dozer, and the house always wins. We'll then go to another decent match as in 7 minutes. Colton Gunn does manage to defeat Sonico to keep his undefeated streak alive. Again, this does make him 3-0 here in the NWA, defeating Colt Cabana, Dylan McKay, and now Sonico in a good 58 rated match. So a strong win here from Colton Gunn. We'll then go back to Mike Mondo. He's looking around different areas, looking around local wrestling schools, looking for Weber Hatfield. He said he's sick of waiting and he wants to see Weber now. He wants Weber, obviously, to join his revolution and to save the NWA from what he calls the outsiders. Again, we haven't seen Weber Hatfield since NWA Give It All when Edith Surreal turned on him and Mike Mondo defeated him with the NWA World Television Championship on the line. He's been gone for a good few months now. So we'll have to see when Weber Hatfield is coming back. We'll then go to a really good 6-man tag team match here as Ortiz, number 1 and number 2, the regime, do defeat Wildcard and Dozer when Ortiz submits Starboy Charlie, but after a distraction from Corey Graves. And it is a really good 73 rated match. Ortiz gets a 78, number 1 gets a 58, number 2 gets a 43, Starboy Charlie 64, Dozer 66, and Alec Price being off his game but still getting a 70. So a really good performance here from these 6 men and an excellent car crash match here. Graves and Kane then come out to the ring, or Graves is already out in the ring, after the regime's win. Graves says that the new Ortiz is completely unbeatable and he will be the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion and the house always wins. He promises that he'll beat Chris Brooks and we will crown a new champion and the house always wins. But then our main event of these tapings, Chris Brooks does manage to defeat Max the Impaler. Again, we've seen this match quite a couple of times now, but in 12.5 minutes, Chris Brooks does manage to win. It is a really good 77 rated match here, the best match of the tapings. Chris Brooks once again getting an 81, Max the Impaler getting a 68. But it is a strong win here from the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. After the match, he grabs a microphone. He says that he is ready for Ortiz and the regime. He'll take them all on if he needs to. He doesn't care if it's number 1 because he beat him last week. Number 2, he'll beat him anytime he needs. Or Ortiz because he's beaten him a couple times already. He will retain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship at all costs. And he's ready for NWA The House Always Wins. This show gets a really good 78 rating. I believe this puts us equal on the best show we've ever done. Once again, it does increase our popularity in 38 regions, which obviously is very good. But now, I'll see you in the post-show where we'll see where these popularity gains have been made and how much money we may have made or lost depending on how much money we actually had. So have a look at our financial report to see. Again, we only lost around $5,000 or $4,997, which is really good. We are very close to $2 million now in terms of our actual finances. We did sell about $25,000 worth of tickets, $10,000 for our first episodes. We'll get another $10,000 for the next taping as well. Workers around $40,000, show cost $6,000, merchandise still quite good. But now we'll have a look at our popularity recap. And we've gone up, again, almost every region in Canada, quite a few regions in Japan, the British Isles, and Mexico as well. So a good amount of growth here for the NWA. But now, this is where I will end the episode. So this was the final 2 tapings of NWA Power for 2026. The next time I'll see you will be the next 2 episodes at 2027. We will go through all the sort of end of year awards and everything like that when we get to NWA The House Always Wins. So there won't be a bonus episode this year at the end of 2026, just like we did at the end of 2025. Instead, we'll go through everything like that at the end of The House Always Wins. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment any wrestlers you want to see in the series. Make sure to hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified about any uploads. And I'll see you in the next episodes, or the first episode of 2027 of NWA Power.